My name is Arya, and I'm from RejuveNorth, and this is our prototype. We had the idea of making a new greenhouse that could use the tailpipe emissions of natural gas heating to increase productivity in the greenhouse. We called it the ReFresh. We started off with our buckyball dome. This dome provides a small surface area for a large volume of growing space. And not only that, it is one of the most precisely engineered pieces in the entire prototype. As you can see, it is all laser cut from plexiglass. In the real product, it will be made out of layered acrylic for better insulation. That will be opaque, but for demonstration purposes, we made it out of plexiglass so that the viewers can see inside the greenhouse. Moving on to our base plate. Our base plate has our name, ReFresh, the name of our product, and a few holes. These are two venting holes that are connected to the venting system at the bottom, and these are two holes to the hydroponic water system. This is what allows a greenhouse to be heated. This is only a demonstration because if we made it work, it might be a fire hazard. But if a heat exchanger were to be placed here, and a natural gas heat source were to be placed here, then it would be exactly the same. The natural gas would heat the heat exchanger, and then the venting system would allow the air inside of the greenhouse to be heated. Moving on, we move on to our water condenser. As you know, once the furnace heats up the natural gas and combusts it, it will produce CO2 and water. The CO2 and water air gas mixture would then pass through this water condenser, where it would condense onto the copper pipes, and where the water would condense onto the copper pipes, slide down all the way to the bottom, and be released into a storage tank. Then what's left over of the gas mixture is pure CO2, which would then be moved straight into the greenhouse to increase the rate of photosynthesis. Inside the greenhouse, we have our Model 3 plant hydroponic system. Although our real greenhouse will be able to grow a lot more plants in the tens of thousands range, our prototype can only fit 3 for demonstration purposes. This are the intake and outtake hoses. This will cause water to pump through the pipe over here, keeping at a constant water level of one half height, where the roots of the plants can then uptake the water. This will all be powered by this water pump, placed in our storage tank, like this, using the suction cup base. There, it can be attached to the intake pipe, where it will provide water for this entire system. You might be wondering, there's so much air flowing through the system, air and water, how do we control all of it? Well, I already told you about our 2 pumps, but beyond that, to prevent backflow, we have an integrated circuit system of 3 fans that constantly ensure that the air doesn't, that backflow doesn't happen of the air. It will push the air through the pipes in the copper system and through the venting systems as well. And once you have integrated all of these systems, we have a perfectly working prototype.